this is my review for Target exclusive animated Sunstorm. Sunstorm is a kind of, I'm not actually sure what it's called. It's based on a real jet, but I can't remember the name. But he's kind of like, he's basically a jet with the wings on backwards, I guess is the best way to describe him. I never liked this design element of it having the wings stick out like this. I would have preferred if they had him like that. I think they would have looked so much better. That's just my personal opinion. But it is a very nice cartoon-accurate jet mold. Like I said, he was an exclusive to Target. I got him for $5 when they did that sale. I'm not sure why they did a $5 sale on a $25 figure, but hey, I wasn't complaining. But he has a little landing gear and he rolls fairly well. You can flip them up if you want, and these back here are really hard to get out, so I usually just leave them almost in, not all the way. Like I said, that one flips up, so he can fly along. You can deploy these missile launchers right here. I typically don't. I think they look stupid underwards, and I think they make a little bit more sense folded back, because they can be like a jet fire. But anyway, pretty nice jet mode, other than the fact that I just don't like the backwards wings. But that's more a design element complaint about the show itself. The figure I love. He's got some orange with some red bits and some bone white. Very nice. To transform it, you want to unhook these, like so, like that. As you want to get these arms out. That's going to flip that piece back automatically. And then as you bend his bend him at the back, the nose cone flips up. Then you want to flip the landing gear up, flip it all the way down, and then there's a little peg that should peg on here, and it's pegged in right now. Then you want to straighten the knee and straighten the legs. He does kind of have a little permanent bend inwards. It's a minor complaint, but I still would have wished that they hadn't done that. But that's a mold design complaint. Then you want to flip out his feet. He does have, I think he's one of the only Transformers that has turbines for feet, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, then you want to get him to stand, flip the arms around, get his head up, and let's see, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Nope. Other than to get him to stand. And there you have animated Sunstorm. For posability, he's got a swivel right here, hinge right here, hinge here, limited ball-jointed head, just due to the way that it's designed. And yes, it does like to pop off. Sadly, it's a little bit too small for the ball joint, so it pops off, so I usually just leave it in one position. Although he does have a very nice smirk on his face, which I really like. Anyway, very tight ratchets here. I might loosen them up. Ratcheted knees, ball-jointed feet, which are pretty limited just due to the way that they're designed, and they hinge in if you want, so you can be flying. And that's pretty much it. You can, if you want, open this cockpit, but it's not designed to, obviously. It pops off. The one time I did it, I was afraid I almost broke it, so I wouldn't recommend trying it. But he also does have the interesting feature of where you push on his missile launchers and these pods flip forward, which I think they labeled them as laser missiles or something. Don't really remember. And yes, when you do that, it's best not to grab onto his hands because they do like to pop off. But anyway, he can have them. I guess he can have the double firepower as opposed to just his null rays. Sadly, he doesn't have the ability to bend his arm up all the way, so he always is going to be at a very, very slight bend. I usually pose him with like double swords or something, something like this. There we go. Yeah, something like that. That's how I usually pose him. But anyway, aside from a few design complaints that aren't due to the figure at all, I love the I love the figure, it's just the mold isn't a very good mold, but I did buy it for $5, so I'm not complaining. I wasn't planning to get him, but I saw him and thought he was good, but I really went in to buy it for Shockwave. That's who I really bought it for. But anyway, yeah, pretty nice figure. I imagine he'd be a little expensive nowadays, because he has been off the Target line for about 3 or 4 months now. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Transformers animated Target exclusive Sunstorm.